Civil societies are bothered by some legislators whom they claim want to reintroduce medicine-related provisions into the anti-counterfeit bill. The 8th Parliament removed these provisions from the bill after numerous advocacy efforts following the debates on the effects of intellectual property, particularly on access to medicines. Counterfeit matters are issues of intellectual property that should be dealt within an office dealing in such. Therefore, it is still a challenge for legislators to decide on. In their submission to the Committee on Tourism, Trade and Industry at Parliament, advocates asked legislators to analyze the definition of counterfeit goods in reference to generic medicine.
Now, the question of medicines is that the previous bill was extremely bad because it used to label generics as counterfeits, which is now a bit different from this bill.
We already have provisions within the law to deal with anti-counterfeit. We don't need a new law altogether.
They contend that if the bill is passed without amendments, Ugandans will lose their rights to access medicine and other related essential goods on the market.
Things that are related to counterfeit in the general public, they understand them in the context of substandard because that is the biggest problem. The public is suffering.
What the Ugandans want is to have quality goods. If you're to have quality goods, you don't deal with them in an area of law that deals with intellectual property.
In their general observation, legislators concurrently agreed with the advocates' resolutions and promised to defend the bill once it's tabled. Robert Waiter, UBC News, Kampala. In 2009, Juko Adrin filed a case challenging the Equal Opportunities Commission Act, which he says abused the rights of marginalized groups. In 2011, a panel of 5 judges heard the case, upon which the ruling was made but reserved to be delivered at a later notice. The Equal Opportunities Commission Act Section 15(6)(d) provides that the Commission shall not investigate matters regarded as immoral or socially unacceptable by the majority of culture and social communities in Uganda. Now, after the petitioner failing to meet the Registrar John Aluto today at the Constitutional Court, civil societies have decided to intervene.
So for us, we thought as civil society that public litigation is our concern on behalf of those marginalized. So we hope that if we leave it here, this letter will be accorded attention and given priority, and the ruling for the case will be delivered as soon as possible.
They say that delay to give a ruling is hindering the marginalized groups from enjoying their rights. The registrar at the Constitutional Court, John Aluto, declined to comment. Robert Waiter, UBC News.